And so it's about 15 feet.
Think about this, Pat. There are 5, God provided us with 5 astounding senses. But sighted people live in a visual world in which probably 70% of what you take in is visual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I've enjoyed, here's an example. You know I'm a triathlete, a runner as a hobby.
Yes, marathon runner, right. Triathlete.
This morning I was running on the beach. There are 15 kinds of waves that come in on my beach, all the way from the ones at low tide that sound like a cannonade in a war zone, to the ones at high tide that sound like Muhammad Ali is fighting Joe Frazier. Mm-hmm. There's 11 different textures of sand on my beach. There's 50 or more kinds of birds you can hear. There's a restaurant above my beach that cooks breakfast in the mornings, and as I'm running, that smell blends with eucalyptus and lilac and orange blossom and creates a sensorial experience that God designed that most of you miss.
Would miss.
So how could I feel cheated?
Oh, man. Well, Tom,
Patty and I have 2 grown children. When our daughter Blythe was 4, we had just come to California because I was, as you know, chasing the dream.
Yeah.
Patty had gone shopping, and my job was to watch the children. The telephone rang, and I answered it and got so involved in the conversation that I never heard our daughter cross the living room, and I never heard the patio door open, and I never heard her cross the deck, but I heard the sound of the splash when she fell in the pool.
Wow.
And I scrambled out and got into the water, and I thought, oh God, the only way I can find her is to swim under, try to find her on the bottom.
Yeah.
And I would swim, and I would count the seconds, and I would come to the surface and scream her name and swim again, and Blythe, I'd call Blythe, and there was no answer. And I finally got to I was standing in about ocean deep water, and I looked up to heaven, and I actually, Pat, honest to God, I said, God, this is some joke, isn't it? You've given me Harvard education, the girl of my dreams, a shot at the Olympics, a record contract, 2 beautiful children, and now this child's going to die, and it's my fault because I'm blind. That's what I said. And then I cried, and I said, God, if you'll give me this one miracle, this one, I'll live an exemplary life. And I heard the sound of her air bubbles, and they blipped their way to the surface, and I followed them and found her at about 9 feet of water and brought her up and respirated her. And when she breathed, I knew that God had allowed me to operate with human skills, but with divine intervention.
Yeah.